It's Tuesday. I hope your day is going absolutely amazing. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Tuesday, y'all. It is time to make it happen, and let's go ahead and step into the goddess realm. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and dive in. You know the deal. Grab your water. Let's chug a lug, social it up. Hit like when you're done. So, y'all, I don't know where you're located, but the summer solstice is tonight, actually, in Central Standard Time. It's at 11:24 p.m. So, I think we may try and do something special for summer solstice tomorrow. I'm really excited about that, and yeah, I'm really excited to see where this is going to take us. So many things that we've been talking about will be coming into fruition this summer, and really just getting some personal messages in my own life, which has been very interesting. So I'm excited. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive in and get started today. I am out of incense and sage, so we're just going to take a few moments to just really clear the space in our minds and in our hearts. Thank you, God. Thank you to our angels. Thank you to our goddesses, our fairies, our guides, our ascended masters for all the amazing messages you've been giving us, for all the detailed clarity you've been allowing to flow through us in our lives. We ask that you continue to guide and direct our reading today. Make it applicable for everyone so that we all know how to apply it to our own lives. Please continue to make it clear and concise so that we understand exactly what we're doing and the reason why. Thank you so much for all the guidance and direction that you've been giving us. And really, we ask that anyone who hears this message today be blessed by it. And all these many wonderful things we ask in unconditional love. Amen. All right, guys, it just occurred to me, I need to make sure that we are live, and I want to be able to see your questions. So if you have any questions, I am on Facebook and on YouTube, so feel free to post any comments or questions, and I will answer them as soon as possible. All right. Happy solstice, Nicole. Okay, let me turn this down real quick. Sorry. There we go. Now I can see y'all. Good morning, Javon. Thank you guys for joining me today. So I was kind of in meditation beforehand, so I'm really just trying to make sure I'm grounded right now, because I've noticed a lot lately, like as the more and more I work with the energy, and the more and more my channels open, the more and more the flow of energy increases, and I really have to watch myself, because sometimes if I forget to ground, like I'll be like, oh my God, am I here on Earth? Like if my head starts getting all twirly whirly. So I really just am taking a few moments to kind of and still absorbing my personal message. Okay, guys, Javon, real quick before we get started, I really hope that our message from the other day, when you'd asked your question, that really kind of made some sense to you, that it gave you a little bit of guidance and direction. If you need any clarity on that, please let me know, and what we'll do is just specifically pull a card, and we'll just ask God, hey, what is it exactly? So I'm excited for us, y'all. We've got some big things coming. Nicole, what's kind of awesome is I know that you've got your big appointment tomorrow, and tomorrow I think is when most of us in North America are going to be celebrating winter solstice. So this is just absolutely amazing. I actually have an event tomorrow as well. Nothing kind of in the order of yours, but in the sense that I saw this event and I was like, oh, this looks cool, but it's not something I would typically go to, because it's kind of putting myself out there. And sorry, all my bottles of water are clinging together. So I actually registered for it, paid, and so I'm gonna go kind of take a leap forward as well, or take a leap of faith as well tomorrow, and see what we've got going on. And I know Drea's got some stuff for this week as well too, so I think for tomorrow as well. So I'm just really excited for everything that we've got coming for us and all that good jazz. All right, Javon, thank God, I'm glad you said it did. It helped a lot. I'm really, really glad. And again, the big thing is that the biggest messages that we're getting right now for this period, and again, I'm anxious to see if the message continues or if it starts to shift with the summer solstice. But the biggest message we've gotten is to really just be going in, making sure that we are not only casting the light in those dark places and the shadows, but that we're casting love upon them, that we're healing those old wounds, those old hurts, that we're, in doing so, it allows us to let go of those old feelings of fear, resentment, negativity, anger, insecurity, lack, what have you. It allows us to let go of those things. And in doing so, we become stronger and stronger. And it opens up the channels to allow more light to pour through us. Not just in us, but through us in all directions. It kind of clears the pipes. And I use the analogy, I always think of that liquid plumber commercial. So this really just allows, to clear the pipes, to allow for all that goodness, all that blessing, that big cornucopia of gold from heaven, right? To flow to and through us. Nicole says, it was awesome a few weeks ago when we kept getting the summer card. Then the court date was set for Solstice Day. I was like, whoa. Wow, Nicole, right? Talk about the summer day. Holy shit. Excuse my French. Whoa. That is absolutely amazing. One of the things, I was just sitting here, right now I'm in a holding period. I'm going to just be straight up, and it is driving me crazy because there are so many things that I want to accomplish. And before my reading, or before I went live, I was kind of doing my personal reading, and I was just meditating, and I'm looking for guidance and direction because, again, I know what my end point is, but I'm kind of like that travel fairy card that we've been getting, where she's lighting the antlers with her divinely guided intuition, but she only can see so much of her path at a time. And really, I'm being guided to sit down right now and to just be. And it is so difficult because, like you said, Nicole, we've got those cards talking about, summer is when things start to really happen, when they start to pop off, that we see the flowers bloom, that in the fall, is our harvest time, and that come winter, and I literally got the winter card today, that winter is when all of our dreams are fully realized, fully manifested. So I'm in the position now where I'm like, okay, I know I'm planted, I know I'm in my new soil, but the spirit is really having me just be right now. And I know a lot of that is because I'm working on integrating new light into my being, not just into my spiritual realm and into my consciousness, but into my physical body as well. Kind of doing that light body activation. So I know that the messages that we're getting, they're so unique to, even though they're broad, they're so unique to each of us. And like you said, Nicole, it's been kind of amazing to see the progression and how, we get a guidance that such and such is going to happen in summer, and then boom, your court date gets set for summer solstice. I mean, come on. And we just talked about, that fresh, clean break, that you're in the new soil, we're planting new seeds. I mean, this is just amazing. That to me, Nicole, represents like an explosion of birth, like an explosion of new life, right at the summer solstice. I don't know. I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited to see all what begins to like fully manifest and bloom within your life over the next few months. Like, oh my God, I seriously have goosebumps just thinking about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. Javon says, amen. I know that's right. Let's go ahead and dive in. So I kind of spread my cards out around me because before I was reaching so far. So I'm just looking around to see who's talking to us today. What do we need for the goddess realm? Nicole says, so much, yes. Yes. What do we need for the goddess realm today? Okay. Yes? No? Okay. We're going this way. We're going to talk to our fairies today. We are going to talk to our fairies. Good morning, dear fairies. I've been saying it for a while now. I want to do a fairy garden. I need to work on that. I think I want to work on that today. Good morning, fairies. What do you have for the goddess realm today? What do we need to know going into this summer solstice? What do you have for the goddess realm today? Ooh, okay, got it. Any more? One more. Got it. Okay. Slide these back over here. So, guys, let's dive in and see what we get. Wow, okay, this is interesting, and I'm gonna not take this by chance. The first card that we've got, or that we got, and we just got this. What's today? Tuesday? Did we get this Sunday? Did we get this yesterday? Whom do you need to forgive? I think we got this last Thursday. Whom do you need to forgive? As you release old anger or resentment, you will find your wishes come true. As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes come true. Whom do you need to forgive? Let me zoom in here a little bit. One of the things that I'm getting from this, guys, is that the words that are coming to mind is last chance, and I don't want to say that in a doomsdayer type of now or never. I don't mean it like that by any means. What I'm hearing is last chance in terms of the energy is changing. Right, we're moving into winter. No, we are not moving into winter solstice. I need my summer. We are moving into summer. Correct. The energy is changing. We are changing. And so really this is the opportunity. I think this is kind of just a push, a little bit of urgency. Who do you need to forgive? I think some of those things that some of us are holding on to, those feelings of fear, those feelings of lack, those feelings of insecurity, are stemming out of, we need some sort of forgiveness. And it might be forgiveness of yourself. I forgive myself for placing someone else's opinion over my own, for placing someone's values about me over my own values about myself. I forgive myself for making that mistake in the past. I forgive myself for making those dumb financial decisions. I forgive myself for whatever it is, not fully recognizing the situation or being actively ignorant to it. Sometimes, we know our intuition is telling us something and we are actively ignorant to something. Like, I don't want to know. So whatever it might be forgiveness of self. It might be forgiveness of another person. I know, Drea mentioned she's got a trip that she's taking, or she's got some spending time with her mom coming up, and that sometimes her mom can be not the most positive influence in her life. And so it may be just forgiveness of, you know what, I recognize that this is who my mom is. Not that my mom is a bad person, but I forgive her for these things because, I think of, what movie was it? Was it the Charlton Heston, like the Easter movie where he's hanging on the cross and, and it's even in the Bible, but Jesus says, I forgive them for they know not what they do. It might be that, sometimes we just have to forgive people because they genuinely don't understand all the BS they throw on us or all the muck that they carry within their own energy field. So who do you need to forgive? Forgiving is not about them. It's about you. It's about releasing that lock on you, that hold on you, that clearing up that channel or that clogged pipe within you. Now, here's what's interesting, guys, which is funny because I just talked about it, and here it pops out. Travel. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. So I think, for some of you, this is interesting. Drea, are you with us? I don't think Drea is with us this morning because I think she mentioned she was actually going on a trip with her mom. So this might be her opportunity to break free of that whatever channel where that negativity can flow to her. I can be with you in your presence, but you have no control over me. And I forgive you for you know not what you do. This is also in a spiritual and in a personal realm where some of us are going on not just physical trips, but we're going on spiritual trips. We're on a spiritual journey to a new place of enlightenment, and understanding that an upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in a positive way. So we got the Divine Disguise card yesterday, right? And Divine Disguise was all about sometimes things look like, oh, I don't want to do this. No. But really it's a disguise. Like it's the wrong person saying no to you so that to make room for the right person to say yes. Right. So what I'm saying is this trip, this travel, it might to some, whatever it be, this spiritual journey, this place you're going, this level of understanding, this knowledge, this inherent wisdom that is coming into you. It might appear a little wonky or a little funky, or I don't get it, or wait a minute, this is not what I asked for. You know, it might appear a little odd, but understand that it's going to be life changing, and that it's going to be life changing in positive ways. What I'm reminded of is, you know, for example, in my life, and I have a feeling that somebody else is feeling this too, which is why I'm feeling guided and directed to share. And again, when we look at this card, where's my pen? I wish I had a pointer, like a laser pointer. When we look at this card, what do we see in particular? We see her divinely guided intuition, right? Like, because normally we would know if this was something about her heart, it would be her heart would be lit up. But we see her heart, or her head is lit up. So we know that that's kind of like her divinely guided intuition. And she is lighting the antlers. Like, she's leading the path, right? Like, my divinely guided intuition is lighting up my path or my view around me. And then finally, again, we see off in the distance. It's kind of like, that's her mark right here. Sorry, guys, my hand's moving. That's her mark. Like, that's where I'm headed. But in the meantime, she's got to go through all this shadow place to get to it. So what I'm saying is, for some of us, we are being directed to just be. Like, for me, I want to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing so that I can attract what I want, right? I want to be doing these physical things like, okay, I know that I need to type up this lesson. I need to type up that lesson. I know that I need to record this lesson. But right now, the energy is just directing me to just be, to not be the busybody. For some other people, you may have been you may have been in a position in your life where you were not doing anything. So right now you may be directed to like be the busybody to get things going. But really just understand that wherever this journey is taking you, whether it be a physical journey, whether it be a spiritual journey, an emotional journey, just understand that sometimes even though it appears a little funky, it appears a little bit like this is not exactly what I asked for, that it's taking you through the shit to get to the great, right? Or it's getting you past all the stuff that isn't necessarily for you, right? In order to get to where you need to be. For me, what I'm recognizing in my life is that this is more so a period not only of healing that I've worked, and I've been working with the healing section, but now that things are healed and that they're beginning to integrate, this is a time for me when I'm just being to strengthen, right? To strengthen that energy channel, to strengthen that flow. The example that I received was kind of like, you wouldn't try and send, high speed data cable, data through like, through dial-up wire. Does that make sense? Like, so you need to kind of upgrade those fiber optics, if that makes sense, for that love and light to pour through you, to you and through you in all directions. So really just understanding that this upcoming trip that you're on, this place that you're in, I think a lot of us right now are feeling like, okay, I know I'm being led somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where. That's fine. Just be. And again, keep focusing on letting go of those things that don't support where you're trying to be. Those feelings of lack, those feelings of fear, those feelings of insecurity, those feelings of doubt, those feelings of negativity, those feelings of, hatred, frustration, destruction. So making sure that we're watching those. Nicole says, shit, traveling to Wisconsin tomorrow for this divorce. Forgiveness. Okay, here come the goosebumps again. Let me... Wow. Wow, Nicole. And really, it's not even about forgiveness of him. And really, it's about forgiveness so that you can let go of that whatever. Any lock that any of that situation had on your life, or that it held over you, or that he held over you, is like, it's a release. Like, I am unlocking this. I am no longer bound to you, not only in the physical, piece of paper legal sense, but even in the spiritual and the emotional sense. We may have babies together, but regardless of that, you don't control my life. That is just so amazing. And that's a life-changing thing for you in the positive. Wow. All right, guys, I know we have another card come in. I'm just looking to see where it's coming from. Okay. We're going to talk to our life purpose deck real quick. Archangel Michael, what clarity do you have for us? Archangel Michael, I feel like he always just gives us some deep clarity. What clarity? And I think we're going to get a goddess card too, guys. What do you have for us, Archangel Michael, going into this summer solstice? What do we need to know? Better question. What are we supposed to be doing right now? What is it that we are supposed to be doing right now? Okay, this card. Got you. And let's talk to our goddesses real quick. Thank you, goddesses. What is it that we are supposed to be doing right now? Oh, thank you. What is it that we are supposed to be doing right now? Okay. What is it that we are to be doing right now? What clarity do you have for the goddess realm? Okay, cut the deck. Okay. So, let's see what we have. I don't know that I've ever gotten this card, guys. All right, thank you, Archangel Michael. Wow. Builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. Your innate, I want to stress that. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. One of the specific question I asked is, what are we to be doing right now? Your innate building, your innate ability. So this is a God-given ability. This is something that's just within you. It's your natural ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. Now this is interesting because what I notice in particular is this brings you a deep sense of accomplishment, right? It doesn't say brings you a great sense of like gold and prosperity and abundance. It doesn't say it brings you the love of your life. It specifically says a sense of accomplishment. So what I'm getting from this in particular is do the things that make you feel proud. Archangel Michael, give me the words. I'm sorry, guys. I know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to find the right words. Okay, so as you're doing the things and you're building and creating, right? Whatever's in your life purpose, you're doing the things to support what you want to bring about, even if it's small steps, right? But as you do these things, you feel that deep sense of accomplishment. Sorry, I just got a big light bulb. That deep sense of accomplishment is what is directly affecting your vibration, right? And when we vibrate, what we put out is what we attract back. So if you're feeling and receiving you're feeling and sending out deep feelings of accomplishment and happiness in the world, even if it's on small, minute tasks, you are now attracting more things that allow you to feel that sense of accomplishment. So I got you. Okay, so let me just use this as an example. And again, not to talk about me, but just because I know what's going on in my life and I can give a better example. So I just told y'all how I've been getting the message to just sit and to just be. So in doing so, doing the small daily tasks that I know I'm supposed to be doing, I'm really strengthening that energy field, right? The other thing is a lot of us were so unsure about what it is we're supposed to be doing. You're not sure where you're going. Am I doing this correctly? Do the things that feel right and that give you a deep sense of accomplishment. Those are the things that are on your path. Those are the things that's going to help to continue to illuminate your path, right? And the more and more you feel that deep sense of accomplishment, the more confidence you build within yourself, the more direction, the more clarity you get within yourself, right? It's kind of like, that's a bad example. I'm just going to stop right there. So really focusing on what it is that brings you that deep sense of accomplishment. Not that, yay, okay, I did it. I finally got my groceries, list made. That's usually like a regular task. But what is it that really brings your heart a deep sense of accomplishment? And I think this, for somebody, you're getting the answer. What is it? Not only what is it I'm supposed to be doing, but what is my life purpose? What brings you a deep sense of accomplishment? Do the small things that support that. And really what you're doing is you're building a very solid foundation for the for the bigger thing to come, for that what you desire, for your life purpose. Wow. Your innate ability to build and create. So this doesn't just mean using somebody else's idea and you're building it, that you have divine creation within you. All right. And so for our next card, our goddess card, we got Sekhmet. Be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. I love this card in particular. It's really, what do we see? Ah. She's the lion tamer. And I mean, it takes a strong person to be the alpha, but to tame a lion, 2 lions, you're stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So really what I get from that is believe in yourself. Sorry guys. Trying to balance here. Really what I get from that is believe in yourself. Believe in what it is that you're feeling, that you actually can accomplish more than what you think that you can actually accomplish. And as you continue to build that deep sense of accomplishment, it builds your strength, which ensures a happy outcome. Like I just said, that building those small layers of accomplishment eventually equal a big, serious foundation. But right now, some of us, I think there's someone out there who has this big, grand idea, and you want to come and build it, but you have no solid foundation. The Bible talks about, and I apologize, I don't know the verse, and I don't know it by heart, but basically talks about, when you build your house on sand and clay, that as the ocean tides come in, it washes it away, right? Because there's no solid foundation. But when you build your house upon the strength, and in the case of the Bible, of the case of the Lord, but when you build your house upon your strength and your innate ability to not only build but create, it brings you that deep sense of accomplishment. And think of that accomplishment as your base layer, as your foundation layer, right? And those sense of accomplishment, how can we come and do something and expect this big accomplishment to really be structurally sound when it's landing on a place of fear and lack? That's like asking, hey universe, I need you to bless me with $1 million so I can play the stock market. Awesome. What are you thinking about? Well, I don't really know anything about the stock market. I just want to, get some money to play it. Like, really? Maybe we start with a couple of penny stocks and we build that foundation so that we understand the terminology. We know what stops and puts are, and we know when to fold them and we know when to hold them. You know what I'm saying? So really, do the small things, the little things, even if it means, hey, I'm thinking about going back to college, and maybe today that small step is, sending off to get your old transcript. Right? Because maybe we've been a little fearful about what if, and we've been procrastinating on the little things. Maybe the little thing is sending off and spending the $12.50 to get your transcript emailed to you or mailed to you. Gives you a deep sense of dang, all right, I took the first step. Maybe you've got the transcript, you've got all the details. Maybe your step is to go and apply to a couple of different colleges. Maybe you're not quite ready for university, but you go to the community college and you take a summer course, right? My mom gave me the best tip once. She was like, oh, baby, she was like, if you need a scholarship, she goes, here's what you do. She was like, go to community college, take a couple of really good classes that that will transfer, that you need, but take some easier classes, ace them, and then go apply for your scholarships. That's how she funded her master's, right? I was like, Mom, dang, that's what's up. She was like, I needed these classes anyway, so I just thought I'd take them at community college where I could afford to pay for them, and they were really simple. They were small classes. And then I got my GPA up really nice, nice and light, or nice and lovely, and then went and applied for her scholarships. And now has no student loans and a master's degree, right? So what I'm saying to you is, and sorry, that was a little humble brag on my mama, but what I'm saying to you is, do the small things that start to build that sense of accomplishment. Build that foundation, because as you get that deep sense of accomplishment, and it happens more and more, you have less space for the feelings of lack, less space for the feelings of fear. You have less space for that insecurity, because now it's filling up with, oh my God, look at all my accomplishments. And if I can do these small little things in this short amount of time, imagine what I could do once the universe comes to light, fully brings into fruition everything that I've been asking for. But again, now when it brings it, it can bring it and set and place this big, beautiful building on a solid foundation of deep accomplishment, right? And again, as you're building those deep accomplishments, you're sending out vibrations and you raise your vibration. And as you raise your vibration, by default, you raise the vibration of those people around you, right? Remember, I have a true feeling, a very true feeling, that the people who hear these readings on a consistent and regular basis, that y'all are not the average person. Because I know what I've been called to do. And I know who I've been called to work with. So I'm going to just let y'all know, y'all are here because you're here to lead. There is something about you that you are to lead. I don't know if it's going to be, you're going to lead the masses and bring peace on earth, or if it's for you to lead your household and your babies, and your babies are going to go bring peace on earth. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what capacity that is, but I do know that if you're hearing this, it is specific, because I know that this message isn't for everyone. And I can say that with complete love, but with complete authority and complete truth. I know this message isn't for everyone. So really what I'm saying to you is lead by example, because that's what you're being called to lead. And really, again, getting past those old feelings of lack, those old feelings of fear. And I think what we're starting to find, and what I'm starting to feel, is we're shifting, the energy is shifting just a little bit, especially starting yesterday, in the sense that, that healing period, we are always in a constant state of regeneration, of detox and regeneration, to quote Minister Inky. But we are always in a constant state of healing, right? Because as we learn, we progress, and then we learn more, and then we progress. So what I'm saying though is, this is now a time of progression, right? I feel like we're moving into we're gonna start getting more messages on the little tasks to do to build what we are looking for to bring into light. Does that make sense? Healing time so I don't want to say healing time is over. Healing time is never over. But by now, we should have been working on that. By now, we should have already been working and making, even if it means getting out a pen and paper and writing down a list of things, people, situations that we need to forgive. And it's not just saying, oh, I forgive you. Because sometimes our words say something, but our hearts and our minds are somewhere else. So even if you really don't even want to talk to this person, go into your sacred space, go into your quiet space, and just send them love, forgiveness, cut the cord, break free. Forgive yourself. You may even need to, when I work with my goddesses, when I work with my guides, I ask, show me, what am I missing? And then sometimes just a thought or a fleeting idea will come to mind. Pay attention to that. And I'll be like, holy crap. I forgot I was holding on to that. I forgot that even happened. That was 12 years ago. But apparently I'm still pissed off about it. So just recognizing those little things. And again, once we start to do, the biggest thing I want to share is, once we start to do those little things that create that accomplishment, it pushes that fear and that insecurity out of the way, right? Javon says, I love this, can totally relate to the need to move forward now. Leave the past hurts behind. And it's really not even just leaving the hurts behind. You're right. You're definitely right about that. But it's healing those hurts. Because unfortunately, what happens is when we don't heal them, they whip right back around to us in the future. So we're at a position now where we don't want to keep running into the same old shit from the past, right? So we are healing it because, again, usually those things that have been holding us back, those hurts, those fears, those angers, that trauma, that insecurity, those are the very things that will propel us forward in the future, most often. So really, again, the reason why the universe keeps bringing them back to us, maybe in the form of different people, in the form of different situations, in the form of different relationships, different jobs, what have you, because we haven't healed them. And really, we want to heal them. We need to heal that part so that we can integrate it, fully integrate it within our lives. Because again, this life is about balance. Balance doesn't always mean equal, but it's about balance. But you're right, Javon. The big message here is it's time to move forward. We're not dwelling in it. We're shedding light on it. We are healing it. We are healing that hurt and that wound. We're healing that divine masculine. We're healing that ego. And we're integrating with our divine feminine to be whole, right? Because that's the biggest thing. When we are whole beings, then we have the energy channels. We have the power to support the energy to flow not only to us, but through us. And the biggest thing that I'm getting right now in terms of this just be, in terms of moving forward, is take the time to really appreciate who you are, to appreciate not only your divine feminine, but your divine masculine as well, to appreciate all sides of self. And as you just be, and in just being, as you're creating these deep senses of accomplishment, really what you're doing is you're strengthening yourself. You're getting stronger and stronger, not only in your spiritual realm, but in your mental realm, in your physical realm, your physical body as well. Because everything is in balance. When you're feeling better and you're feeling healthier mentally and spiritually, by nature, your body starts to feel better and you start to do healthier things by default. Because we feel like, I don't know, have y'all ever been in a situation where you had like a really good meditation, or maybe you went to church and you had a really great service, and then somebody calls and they're like, let's go to the bar. And you're like, nah, dude, I'm not feeling that. What you'll start to find is when you build this strong foundation, those things that were damaging to you, you just by default, you're like, I'm not really feeling like doing blah, blah, blah. Your body will guide and direct you as to what it wants nutritionally. The other morning I was laying in bed in my, kind of in my, like a half wake, half meditative state. And I got some clear instructions about what my body does not want anymore. And it was like, stop it. But it was deep within my spirit. And I woke up straight up like, okay, I guess I'm no longer eating this, this, and this. I've been getting some clear-cut messages about even my my extracurricular social activities. There are some things that I just need to cut out. There are some things my body is saying, or my body and my spirit are telling me, yeah, you can continue to do that. There are other things where it's just like, nah, bitch, put the drink down. We don't like this. You are lowering your vibration, and then when you have drinks, it takes you 3 days to raise back up. It ain't worth it. So, I mean, there are little things that our bodies will guide and direct. But I say all that to say that remembering that mind, body, and spirit, they're one and the same. Okay, rephrase. They're not one and the same. They're all connected. They're a tripod of life. So really, we want to focus on being whole and complete individuals. Whole and complete. And that might be an affirmation. Really what I'm hearing is, I am whole and complete. That is an amazing positive affirmation. I am whole and complete. But Javon, you are absolutely right. We are being guided and directed to, now is the time to move forward, to make sure that we're fully integrating and that we're moving forward. So I'm going to grab our crystal mandala deck real quick because I want a good affirmation for today. Woo, hello. Y'all saw it, right? You saw that, right? Thank you, crystals. What do you have for us? Wow, this is beautiful. Wow. Sorry, this is my first time getting this card out of this deck. Goddess Pele, lava stone, melt into divine desire. Goddess Pele, lava stone, melt into divine desire. Let me find this other one so y'all can remember. Wow, and of course here it was like right on top. Pele, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? She is a Hawaiian goddess, I believe. Let me see if I can move this over a little bit. But I just wanted to give you an association. That's why I brought up the goddess card. Melt into divine desire. All right, y'all. Let's see what Goddess Pele has to say to us. Now, let's remember with this deck here. What is this? The crystal deck. That anytime we get a goddess card, goddesses relate to both our spiritual and our physical lives. So let's see. Let's find Goddess Pele here. What a gorgeous card. Let me try and zoom in on that a little bit, guys. Lava stone. That is beautiful. We bring you the empowerment of melting into divine desire. There is a time and a place on the spiritual path for detachment. The ability to step back and perceive from a neutral perspective can bring great clarity. There is a time for the mind to become clear and peaceful and open to divine guidance, even if that means temporary loss for greater long-term gain. There is also a time to melt into divine desire, to allow your passion to motivate and inspire you to attain great progress on your divine life journey, where less fervent longing could not. Desire doesn't have to be a distraction from your divine path. It can be a way to discover what has meaning for you and what you feel strongly enough about to never give up. Desire sometimes gets a bad rap in spiritual circles, or it is Desire sometimes gets a bad rap in spiritual circles, or it is celebrated as being something that should be pursued without restraint. The truth that will serve most spiritual aspirants best is somewhere in the middle of these two extremes. Desire need not be a distraction from your spiritual journey, nor a goal to be pushed away at any cost, even to your own integrity. Desire on the spiritual path can become a way to know what is going on. Desire on a spiritual path can become a way to know what is going to move and inspire you enough to see you through the challenges that arise when you want to create a contribution to the world. Just throw that in there real quick. If you long to bring your ideas to life rather than keep them only as ideas, then desire can become enlivening fuel for the spiritual path, motivating you to act rather than hesitate. Searching for your true soul desires helps you find what it is you can believe in more than fear and doubt. Wow, let's read that again. Searching for your true soul desires helps you find what it is you can believe in more than fear and doubt. Divine desire is not so different into passing desires of the mind, except that it is strong enough to motivate you even if the delayed gratification is more than you would always wish. Drop that in there. Or the results can be swift, but what is required for you to obtain them may be so outside of your comfort zone that for anything else, you wouldn't be willing to go through the discomfort. Drop that right back in there. Travel. And remember, travel says an upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. So again, it might be going through a little bit of that discomfort. The passing desires of the mind will hold your attention for a little while, passing in some days or months, or in an instant, as soon as the shinier option comes into view. The divine desire of the soul will be enough to hold you mesmerized for lifetimes. For you to be able to melt into your divine desire, you will need to open yourself up completely. You will need to open up to yourself completely. There is no holding back in shame, no thinking that it's weird to think about life so deeply or that others won't understand you and judge you and that you should just be normal like everyone else. If you want to live a life of passionate purpose where you are melting in love rather than living in fear or trying to progress only by a harder approach of constant discipline, then you're going to need to look within and really see what moves you. Don't be shy. You're going to find divine beauty inside you. The more you peel back the layers of the mind, the more pure, simple, and clear your divine desire will be. You might initially believe you have many desires in your soul. Freedom, fun, justice, creativity, celebration of life, living joy, empowerment, opening of the mind, healing of the heart, liberation of the spirit, protection of the soul. Yet there will be one or two you come back to again and again that seem to include all the others. These are the things that matter most to you, that inspire you, that give you a sense of meaning and purpose at that deeper inner level where your conscious mind cannot quite grasp it. And truth be told, it doesn't need to. Giving yourself permission to discover and honor your divine desire is what connects you to Pele, the passionate volcanic goddess, radiant with power. When the oracle of melt into divine desire comes to you, Pele is reaching for you. She will empower you to let your desire move you. If you want to know just how powerful desire can be, think of the power of a volcano erupting. Imagine being able to channel that raw power into fulfillment of your soul and manifesting your dreams in the world. That is what the blessing of Pele brings you. If you are thinking of a person who finds it hard to feel, Pele will help you to tune into your heart. If you are analytical, rational, and need a reason for everything before you do it, she will assist you in taking the journey from your head to your heart and realizing that there doesn't always need to be a logical explanation for everything. If you are already a feeling person, already know that you desire and are feeling like a gooey melted mess of divine deliciousness most of the time, then Pele is your kindred sister. Her radiance will mirror your own as you too shine with luscious light, as your passionate purpose manifesting in the world is only a matter of divine timing. Whoa, 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 and whoa. Nicole says, nice, I have a lava stone bracelet, making sure that is a part of my outfit tomorrow. Javon, gotta go to work. Awesome reading. I'll have to look up later. No worries, Javon. Have a great one. Javon wishes Nicole a good luck. Thank you, dear. So happy we're here together for this reading this morning. Me too, Nicole. I'm glad that we were all able to join in. And one of the things that I love is I think, I know that the Spirit just gives us what we need. God gives us what we need when we need it. I think that's for all of us, even though we're in different places in the country and that we've got, different things going on in our lives. But really what I'm loving about this card in particular is, it goes back to underscore everything we've been talking about. And that's walking in our true purpose, walking in our divine passion. And for some people, it's like, what is that supposed to be? And really it's understanding, what is it that I'm truly, truly passionate about? Not the stuff that I'm super interested in, because, like the message said, that's fleeting. That may go away in days, weeks, months, but really the thing that has been within your heart for years and years and that sustains lifetimes, that's your true passion. That's where you're supposed to be moving. Those are the things where we want to be building that deep sense of accomplishment using our innate ability to create. And bringing about that deep sense of accomplishment, understanding that if walking in our purpose and doing our divine passion, that even if it makes us look weird to the other people in the world, oh well, we're doing it for a divine purpose. We're being divinely guided and led, and to be strong, that we have what's within us to make it all happen. And again, I feel like it all really starts with coming back to here. Whom do we need to forgive? Whom do we need to get out of our peripheral in order to move forward? Who is it that we've given power over ourselves or power over us? We need to reclaim that power and forgive them, forgiving ourselves. And as we do so, it helps us to really connect, not with the things that we no longer want, not with the frustration and the anger, but it really helps us to start to connect with a divine desire. It helps us to gain our own personal strength back. And in doing so, we begin to use our innate power to build and to create that deep sense of accomplishment. And remembering, as we do so, we attract more and more and more of that to us. More of what it is that we're here on this earth to do, what our purpose on this life to do. And it brings about prosperity, again, not just in our physical realm, but in our spiritual and our emotional and our mental realms as well. So in all of our lives. So really, y'all, I'm so excited about today's message. I'm really excited. Nicole, I just feel like that was right on time, especially for your trip tomorrow. And really, Nicole, I would start working that lava stone in today as well. And if you can get some meditation in with that, and really just focusing on, again, whom is it that I need to forgive? Because some of that might be you as well. You might also need to forgive you as well. So really, I'm just looking to see What is our affirmation today? Okay, I melt with love into my true soul desire. I melt with love into my true soul desire. I melt with love into my true soul desire. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful affirmation with your lava stone, Nicole. And for those of you who don't have lava stone, if you can, let me move these two out of the way. This is something I would do. I would take a screenshot of this card. See if I can get a better angle. Me personally, I would take a screenshot of this card and then I would crop it and I would use that affirmation. I melt with love into my true soul desire. And I would just stare at the card. I melt with love into my true soul desire. Nicole says, just went and grabbed it from outside. It's right there as I'm journaling this read. Yes, ma'am. That is what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. I melt with love into my true soul desire. Now, for those of us who are in a holding pattern, right? So for those of you, let me back up. For those of you who are just still trying to figure out what is it that I'm supposed to be doing, what is my life purpose, this is your affirmation. This is what you're focusing on. Call on Goddess Kali, Goddess Pele to help you to recognize your true soul desire. What has been with you from beginning of life? What is it? Like, one of my true soul desires for me at the end of the day, it really comes to freedom. Where are some of the examples we had? Freedom, fun, justice, creativity, celebration of life, living joy, empowerment, opening of the mind, healing of the heart, liberation of the spirit, protection of the soul. So your true soul desire might be something like that. My true soul desire is really to feel free. If I can experience freedom and happiness and the freedom to move about the cabin, the physical stuff, the tangible material things are details. Yeah, we all want nice houses and nice cars, but I don't want a nice house and a nice car only to feel trapped and tied down to a job that I hate and that I feel stifled in. Am I really living? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense, guys? So really come back to, it might not be your soul purpose or your life purpose or what truly makes your heart sing might not be an actual career. It might just be a state of being, right? And that's cool. If that's what that is, if your soul purpose, if your life's joy, your true desire is really just to be happy, is really to protect your soul, is really to spread peace on earth, whatever that may be. It doesn't have to be a job, or what have you. I just want to be clear that focusing on that will help you. Once you figure out what that is, that will help you to start guiding yourself towards where I'm supposed to be. It will help you to take this trip, whether it's a physical trip or whether even in a physical trip, there are sometimes things that may come at us in terms of obstacles. I had a friend who just came back from California a couple of weeks ago, and she was sharing with me that before she left, or when she left, she had the sense that I really just want to get there, I want to do what I need to do, and I want to come home. I'm not trying to run all over town, this, that, and the other. Well, as they were pulling into town when they were in LA, or I believe they were pulling into LA, she kept kind of getting a message to slow down. First, it was getting cut off by a semi. Then it was a traffic delay. Then next thing, before she knew it, she's seen cars flying through the air. There was a huge accident in front of her. I say all this to say her path, her divine passion was to go to commune with family and to get the fuck back home, right? But sometimes our ego goes, I need to be cute in the street. I need to be cute in the clubs. I need to go see so-and-so. I want to go show off this or what have you. But really, her physical trip was not only a physical trip, but it was a spiritual trip in the sense that she trusted her intuition to go do what she needed to do to sit the F down and then come back home, right? To not be willy-nillying. So this was both a physical and a spiritual trip for her. And it reaffirmed in her mind that, damn, my intuition was talking to me, and thank God I listened. Because she could have been all feisty about it and swerved around traffic and was speeding, and she could have very well ended up in that accident, that very tragic accident. And the way she described it to me, guys, it just sounded horrific. But she was fortunate enough to have had the presence of mind to listen to her intuition. So what I'm saying, let me bring it full circle. I'm sorry. So what I'm saying is when we listen to that divine passion, it will begin to guide us, because I have a feeling that there's someone out there who's just like, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. Get in contact with your divine passion. Talk to Goddess Pele. Help me to understand. Go to your quiet space. Go to your sacred space. Go where you can be alone. Turn on, like for me, I like to turn on smooth jazz, or I like to turn on, some instrumental, or sometimes even house and electronica. And those are the things that help me to drown out everything around me so that I can focus on what's going on within. Pay attention to the reoccurring thoughts and feelings, right? So what is it that is guiding you, or that is pulling towards you? What do you feel like I'm being pulled this way? My mind is going that way, but my heart is going this way, right? So let's figure out what that is. And you'll figure out where you're supposed to be. Now, for those of you who already know what your divine passion is, understanding, just stay in attunement with that. Your path is going to be lit by that divine passion. And there are some of us, like me, who are told just to be. And really what that is for me is that's just a state in dwelling, in being with my divine passion, right? That in doing so, that's allowing me to build up my foundation. So I don't have right now a specific, Sharita, you need to get this, this, and this done. Right now, my goal is to be, right? To pay attention to who I am, the thoughts and ideas that come to me, the words that come through my head, the voices that come to me, the voices, but the people who speak to me in their loving terms, All right, guys, I'm sorry. I get excited and I'll start going and I'll go off, because I could really go off on a whole other tangent right now. But really, again, focusing on our divine passion. And really what I just got from this just now, okay, thank you. I see now why I had to go on the tangent. But really what I'm getting from this, guys, is as we've healed, right? And we've integrated that divine masculine into that divine feminine to become whole, this is what's going to really allow us to see our divine passion. Because remember, our feminine side is kind of like, think of that as your intuitive side, right? And your masculine side is kind of your rigid structure side. Your laws, your regulations, your in this instance, this example, your physical side. So sometimes our minds are like, okay, I need X, Y, and Z amount of money to pay these bills because I want to do this, I want to do this, and I want to do that. Where our heart is more free flowing. Our heart is like, no, we're going over here and we're going to play with the butterflies and we're going to sing hymns to the heavens, And our mind is going, how is that going to pay bills? And our heart's going, but that's what fully supports our life purpose. And so sometimes we feel ourselves like, how am I supposed to move forward? Because my passion is to do this, but my life dictates that I got bills to pay and I got to put food in my kids' bellies. You know what I'm saying? Really, once we begin to heal, right? Because we got to heal that lack. We got to heal that hurt. That's a feeling of lack. Once we heal that, they integrate together, and now your mind and your heart are moving in the same direction, right? And that gives us strength. It gives us more and more strength. And the fact of the matter is, we're already stronger than we think we are, but we only get even stronger when we are fully integrated into self. We are fully integrated into self. So really, again, get the forgiveness out of the way. Just clear it out. It's not about, yes, it benefits them. And we operate out of divine love. So cool. Good for them. But really, it really benefits us. It's one less thing we're holding on to that's clogging up the pipes, that's fucking us up. Pardon my French. But in doing so, that allows us to see our divine passion. And that allows us to have the light, the path lit, so that we can begin to build, use our innate ability to build and create. Okay? All right, guys, I don't want to, I got to stop now because I'll just keep going and 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 going. And if the energy would let me, I'd probably pull another card right now. But we've got what I just heard is you got your message. So I really want to just make sure that we are all on the same page, not in the same page, but of the same understanding, in the sense that, melt into that divine desire. And I think the two main cards for us today are really just the forgiveness And once we forgive, it allows our heart's desire to begin to open up, to become more clear to us. And what's interesting, we got that vegetarian card yesterday, right? See, this is why I can't keep talking, because then more things come to mind. We got that vegetarian card, and that vegetarian card was about not just what we're physically taking in, but mentally and spiritually taking in. And it specifically told us that when you do so, we not only gain greater health, but we gain more clarity, in manifesting what we want to bring about. So again, guys, taking in the good stuff, letting go, forgiveness, whether it be forgiving yourself, forgiving someone else, forgiving a situation, letting that go, clearing out the pipes, and it's going to really just do the small things that give us a sense of accomplishment. It might be going for a walk today. It might be turning down candy at the office. It might be, not flying off the handle when so-and-so said something crazy to you. It might be whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever gives you that deep sense of accomplishment, and understand that that's strengthening your energy levels. That's strengthening your vibration. It's strengthening, it's upgrading from the old dial-up connection to the T1 connection, or, you know what I'm saying? Like the big, like the high-speed internet connection. So I don't even know what that is nowadays. Is that T1? So really just do the things that support. Use your affirmations, right? Use your affirmations. Trust yourself. You are stronger than you think. Trust your intuition. Trust your divine guidance. Okay? You are not separate from God. You are the I am. Trust yourself. The more and more you tune into your divine heart's passion, or melt into your divine desire, your heart's passion, your heart's desire, the easier and easier it gets to trust yourself. So just remember, your heart's desire may be looking right, even though your mind was looking left. So I love you a lot. Nicole, I'm glad you enjoyed the message. Thank you so much for joining me. Is your appointment tomorrow in the morning, in the afternoon? I want to just make sure that I'm being mindful around that time to send lots of good love and good energy to everyone involved, whether they be, lawyers, mediators, whatever, that just to your ex, to you, to your babies, to your family. We just ask that your angels and your guides, just guide and direct and protect you as you travel, and that this is a really a new opportunity for you to, be who it is that you are here on this earth to be, that without the covering or the holding over of anybody else's mindsets or their thoughts and ideas of who you should be, that it is yours and yours alone. So tomorrow afternoon at 2:15. Awesome. Good to know. So that way I just want to make sure that I'm putting in some mindful thinking at that time. I love you lots, girl. This is so amazing. Summer solstice, right? How amazing is this for you? For all of us, but for you as well, especially. So I love you lots. Have an amazing, amazing day. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace and all that good jazz. Bye. Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. Don't forget, social it up one more time. Hit like when you're done. Bye.